Hello again. Many people come to me and they say, "Hey, Martin, why
is Christ yellow?
Wait a minute, help, we've done that already. Are you trying to trick me? Okay, but since you mentioned it, I can talk about that a little bit more. I mentioned last time, this is a painting by Paul Gauguin, and it's entitled Yellow Christ. He painted it in Brittany in 1889. And why Christ should be yellow? Well, there's a lot of symbolism attached to gold, and it goes back at least as far as ancient Egypt, probably farther than that. But gold stands apart. It has unique qualities. So, for example, gold doesn't tarnish, it doesn't corrode, it doesn't rust away. You can leave a gold bar in your yard, and 100 years later you can come back and it'll still be there. That's a unique property, and because it doesn't rust away, doesn't deteriorate, there's a quality that people say, hey, that's like God. God is eternal. So gold is associated with that. Another property of gold is it's like the ultimate and recyclable material, because you can take gold, you can melt it down, you can repurpose it, and you can do this forever. There are some recyclable products you can get away with that for only a short time. Let's say paper can be recycled. It can be recycled a number of times, but sooner or later it breaks down, and there's going to come that point where you got to bring some fresh pulp in. So because gold can be recycled like that endlessly, and it doesn't break down, then that also gives a suggestion it's like eternal love. It's like sacred love. It cannot be corrupted. So if you've ever seen King Tut, his sarcophagus, he's gold. You know, the pharaohs were considered gods, and so that symbolism about gold lasting forever and making an association with God, well, you can see that there. Now, Gauguin couldn't have known about the sarcophagus of King Tut because this was painted in the 19th century. King Tut's tomb wasn't discovered until the 1920s. But he did know of this religious connection to gold through ancient Byzantium. Yes. You know, I was talking about sacred love, and it's uncorruptible, and it's as pure as a puppy's love, and I'm seeing some of that being demonstrated right now. Okay, well, back to what we were talking about. Don't worry, I remember. Yes. Okay, so he knew about gold in ancient Byzantium, where there's some passage in Scripture where the skies of heaven are paved with gold. He definitely knew about this. He incorporated that concept in some of his paintings. Okay, so I've gone on long enough about gold. I think we've established now that gold is symbolic. There's a religious context. It's symbolic of God or heaven or eternity or eternal love. There's that dog again. Hi, puppy. Okay. Okay, she's a show stealer. Now, what else can I talk about? Last time, how am I doing on time, by the way?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? Well, gee, all right. Well, I mentioned cloisonne last time. This is done in a cloisonne style, and I was saved by the bell. I didn't get very far into that discussion, and it looks like I'm going to get cut off again. So I'm going to have to make it a point to talk about cloisonne the next time in a couple of weeks when I start filming. Maybe you can make an appearance. Okay.
Johnny, pass the bottle, my throat is getting dry. I'm tired of counting fence posts and billboards going by. fought the law won. Johnny, can't you see? I haven't had a good night's sleep since we left Tennessee. Rattled and I'm hung up, got a showgirl's heart. I kept myself together until I fell apart. Picking up a station at the far end of the dial. Signal slowly fade with every passing mile. If you need a lullaby, you come to the right place. They don't write them anymore, I think it's a disgrace. Click my heels in anger when no one is around. If you wanna stay the night, you better lay your money down. Where do grifters go in the light of day? If you don't want to know, look the other way. I'm tired of giving orders, why must I explain? Hey porter, throw my suitcase onto that passing train. Who cares where it's going, as long as it's not here? If you find your magic wand, please make me disappear. Rolling and you're tumbling, lay down your weary head. What you thought was silk sheets was a guillotine instead. Past another cornfield next to a water slide. I can't eat no chicken unless it's southern fried. I knew a girl from Texas living in St. Paul who took a trip to Nashville on the Wabash Cannonball. She spent the night in Lexington, the Lexington Hotel. I ran into her way out west, but where I'll never tell. Time is running sideways around the corners of my mind. Stumbling over ashtrays, I think I'm going blind. If you got a year or two, please have a seat. There's several hundred of my friends that you might want to meet. I can be your straight man, you be Robin Hood. We'll steal the money from the rich out in Hollywood. Find a quiet beach off the southern seas, then do it all again. Now pass those biscuits, please. If you nod off at the wheel, cross the center line, you might take someone's life, and I ain't got the time. Don't stray too far off course, at least where I'm concerned. I've said it many times, but some people